Welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dax Shepard. I'm joined by Monica Lily Padman.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
We're in your living room. You just gave me a bite of a ham and cheese croissant that is rocking my world.
Shout out Tartine.
Ooh.
You can buy the Tartine cookbook across the nation. I don't know if they have...
Nationwide.
I don't know if they have restaurants nationwide, but you can definitely buy the cookbook. They have beautiful breads.
You know who else is nationwide? JB Smoove.
He is.
JB Smoove. JB Smoove is an American actor, a comedian, and a writer. He is one of the best parts of A Perfect Show, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Just can't get enough of him on there. And Real Husbands of Hollywood. He's so funny. He has a new podcast called May I Elaborate? Daily Wisdom from JB Smoove. Affirmations, elaborations, and hallucinations from one of comedy's most enigmatic minds. Join JB Smoove each week as he reads a new quote from an inspirational calendar to try to squeeze even more wisdom and motivation out of it. And this is our last Monday before we go to Spotify.
That's right. Thursday is our first episode exclusively at Spotify.
President Barack Obama. We hope everyone joins us over there for that delightful conversation.
Remember, it's free.
It's free.
Same show. Can't reiterate it enough.
Please enjoy JB Smoove. We get support from Quince.
So we've been talking about Quince a lot lately, and as we head into fall, it's the perfect time to reset your wardrobe with their amazing pieces. I think it's so fun to do when the seasons turn over to just spruce up your wardrobe with a couple specials, and Quince is the place.
Totally. We're talking organic cotton, Mongolian cashmere, tailored chinos from just $60. Premium fit and quality you'd expect from a luxury brand designer. I love Quince. You know, I like it understated and subtle, and I like stuff that has high quality. And Quince checks all those boxes.
I love a lot of stuff from Quince. Honestly, they have incredible premium denim, which is very important for fall. It's pretty much all I wear in the fall is denim. And Quince has such a good selection of quality denim. Their stuff is so versatile, timeless, and built to last that you just grab every single day without thinking.
Right. And all of that for 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They go direct to ethical factories, cut out the middlemen, so you get all that quality without overpaying for it.
We love that. And they do way more than clothes. They have bedding, cookware, bath essentials, travel must-haves, same deal, and great quality.
Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/dax. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/dax. We get support from Apple Gift Card. Back to school is here, and for many, that means some big life transitions. Whether they are heading into a new grade or setting up a dorm for the first time, you want to give them something that actually supports their growth and success. Apple Gift Card is a versatile solution because it takes the guesswork out of gifting. It's not just about a new pair of AirPods for focus. It's about giving them the invaluable chance to choose the digital tools and subscriptions that suit their unique journey. They can use it for productivity apps on the App Store, movie nights on Apple TV, or extra iCloud storage for all those new memories. With Apple Gift Card, it's so empowering to give the students their freedom to allocate their own resources. Celebrate their new academic chapter. Visit applegiftcard.apple.com to celebrate their milestones and gift one today.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
You talking about other black guys? You got a black guy coming on. I tell you that much. I tell you that much. That ain't gonna happen. Not today. Not Obama. Not Don Cheadle. Not Denzel. Nobody. I'm the number one black guy.
That's right.
We promise to not reference any other black folks for the next hour.
Hey, I'm ordained.
Proprietary. You own it.
My numbers are moving, man. I'm at 11 seconds already. 12 seconds. 13.
This could be the only episode where you just literally count up to an hour and a half. Now, you know what's great is we're clearly in your closet, which is such a privileged point of view.
Gorgeous closet.
Let me tell you something, man. This takes time. It takes time to do this because a few years of getting this home, but it is exactly what we wanted. And what we did was we gutted everything. We gutted the house interior. We gutted the exterior of the home. All that old stucco had to come off. We gutted the backyard. All the fences that surround the property. We gutted everything and started over. All the hardscape had to go. We got rid of a whole goddamn
Hardscape.
pool.
You know you're rich when you know the word hardscape. I just learned it this year.
Hey, see, that shows you have a feng shui deficiency.
This is what I just learned. This is what we really have in common. Both of us would have been way better just fucking hiring a bulldozer to drive through the whole place and start from scratch. Because if you tore off the exterior, the interior, and the backyard, which is what we did, it'd have been a lot easier and cheaper just to plow it.
We said the same thing, man. We said, why don't we just start from scratch? Nothing better than a move-in ready home. But we love the aesthetics of the home. Now, we could have just repeated it. We could have just knocked the whole house down, found the original plans from the city, and just redid the whole goddamn house, but a newer version of the same goddamn house.
New and improved.
Now, this is a fun project. Or we bought like 10,000 boxes of Lego and just build the most craziest Lego home you ever see in your life. People couldn't drive past it without stopping like, God damn, is that a Lego home right there? Lego steps, Lego kitchen, countertops, everything Lego. Oh.
Well, really quick, let me break down what I'm looking at. We actually, this may surprise you, we've interviewed some folks in their closet. We haven't interviewed anyone, nor have I ever been in someone's closet with the same proportion dedicated to hat space. This is such a first for me. This is very novel. It's brand new. It's 70% of your closet area is for hats.
So if I move the camera and show you the sneaker wall, the cowboy boot wall, the suit jacket wall over here, my coat wall, my just for red carpet tuxedo wall over here.
Wow.
Oh, wow. How many square feet is your closet?
Shit.
800?
Maybe 500, 550. This is my lane. I love fashion. Here's one thing about me. I am not gaudy. I'm not the dude that's going to be buying dumbass chains. I just love certain eras. I love certain cuts, certain lapels. I love beautiful pocket squares. Now, let me tell you something.
You love bow ties.
If you add up all the shit in this room, it's probably like $85. 85.
No.
I'm fucking around. I'm fucking around. But I say that because I am not beyond walking my ass into a thrift store and finding a unique vest.
Okay, I want to jump right into the deep end because Monica and I had this conversation the other day, and I think you'll have a great opinion on it. In general, I hate when people are on Instagram, like getting on a private jet. It just grosses me out, right?
Yeah.
But I said to Monica, I fucking love it when black dudes do it. Like, I'm all in. If Jay-Z wants to show me his house and he's got 300,000 square feet, I'm applauding it, do it. I have such a different place in my head for black dudes flossing than I do anyone else. So, like, normally, if you were a white dude and you were telling me about this closet and a tuxedo area and all this, I'd kind of be like, oh, man. But I love it for you. I'll give another example. First of all, you're amazing on Howard. I love when you're on Howard. And also, of course, Tracy Morgan's amazing on Howard. And Tracy Morgan will be talking about owning Bugattis. Now, if someone else came on and was like, oh, I own Bugattis, I've got a 500,000 gallon fish tank, I wouldn't like it. But I love it.
Right. It's underdog.
I know.
Let me tell you something. I'm from New York City. I'm from North Carolina. About 5 years old to New York, the projects in Mount Vernon. And my tedious journey is still not finished. I would do this shit for free if I had another fucking option. If I had some other shit I was doing, I would do comedy for fucking free. Let's just say I hit the lottery for $10 million tomorrow. You know what I would do? I would do fucking free shows for every comedy club that ever supported me in my career. I would make people laugh. I made this one dude laugh one time. I'm on a flight going to New York from LA. I had planned to take a fucking nap for that 5-hour ride. All I kept saying to myself was, when I get on this plane, put my fucking head back, I'm gonna drop my hat over my face like this, and it's a wrap. All I want to remember is takeoff and fucking landing. The last thing I want to hear is, Welcome. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until we arrive at the fucking gate. That's all I want to hear.
Wait, hold on. You don't want to hear, if you look out the right side of the window, you can see the southwest edge of Grand Canyon. By the way, can we call a wrap on all the geographical point outs on the plane? It's okay. You don't have to tell me everything we're flying over.
So the guy sat next to me. This dude proceeded to talk to me for 5 fucking hours.
Oh, boy.
The whole goddamn trip. So guess what? I missed the fucking takeoff, and I missed all that shit because he was talking over that shit. But I say that because when we landed, I felt like, I wanted to rest. Got 2 shows tonight, but you know what? I made that motherfucker happy just now. He enjoyed it.
Yeah. Now listen, you're very positive. It's what I love about you. But 2 things. One, does it not ever feel daunting that it is on your shoulders? This is sometimes what's led, I feel like I've developed social anxiety a little bit. I never had it, but I feel like in that situation, it's on my shoulders to entertain that person for 5 hours. It's not on the businessman's shoulders.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not. It's not on his shoulders. Here's what it is. It is on your shoulders because you know why? When we are assholes or this shit go awry, it shit spreads like wildfire. And next thing you know, he told a friend, hey, I sat next to Dax on the fucking flight. I talked to him, but he just fucking, I don't get it. Or he turned me the wrong way.
It happens.
It happens because they think we're not real people and we are fucking real people.
I would fly back to Detroit like every week to go deal with my dad's chemo. He was dying. So those trips to Detroit, if you sat next to me, like, there's only so much I can do in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. If you heard my Howard Stern interviews, I told Stern, so look, man, you want to be able to eat spaghetti on a patio at a restaurant. Patios right out there, people can walk by and see you. You want to be able to eat that spaghetti like you would eat that shit at home. You want to be able to slurp that spaghetti.
Mouthful,
and
yeah.
Fucking sauce splashing on people and shit.
Hey, you want it to look like an octopus is fighting in your mouth. Yeah.
You want to look like this shit is everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how you want to eat spaghetti. But you want to be able to eat that shit on the patio without motherfuckers looking at you or taking photos of you eating that goddamn spaghetti. Oh, man. And when people pull their children in, holy shit. I was on a cruise ship one time, and this whole table full of people sent a 4-year-old to my table while I'm eating soup and said, Mr. JB, my dad and my mom love you. Could you come over to our table to say hi? And I'm eating with my family. Hey, I sucked it up. My soup got cold. I walked over there. You know how hard? You can't reheat soup on a cruise. You know what I'm saying? Once they make it, then they get long-winded. Everybody got a fucking question. So I had to like find a way to still be nice, but excuse myself to go back and eat my goddamn butternut squash soup.
Does your family get resentful that you are placating? Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Here's the look you get from your wife. She goes, what the really? Really?
Yeah.
We're enjoying our time that we don't get together, but this family wants you now? Ooh, shit. And your soup is getting cold? Motherfucker.
It does sound like you prioritize the soup getting cold over your wife being pissed, if I'm being dead honest.
And when someone else is excited about meeting you and seeing you and always wanted to talk to you, it is truly your job to show the fuck up and talk to the person.
Now, listen, you grew up in the projects, as you mentioned. You moved, 3 or 5, depending on whether you're right or Wikipedia is right. You moved from North Carolina to New York, grew up in the projects. So I grew up broke too. My thing is I just keep buying Jordans like toothbrushes. But for me, it's definitely filling this void of like, that's the shit I wanted that other kids had. I couldn't have it. Your aesthetic is so interesting to me because you're 10 years older than me. So you grew up in the 80s. It's not like dudes were rocking these hats in your school or anything. So where's the aesthetic coming from? How is this the shit you always wanted that you couldn't have?
Well, one is the era I grew up in. But here's my thing. I feel as though, you know how they say you've been there before? I feel as though I've been here before. And I feel as though, for some reason, I'm attracted to this era when men wore suits and they wore hats and they wore shoes, fancy shoes. Even the heyday of Harlem, I'm sure you've seen Harlem Nights. Oh my God,
yeah.
man. The little details I look at, I'm like, holy shit. And I could take that right there. I would steal that. I love the way he tied his fucking scarf around his neck. I love the way he accentuate the shit with this goddamn pocket square. Fuck, man. Just little details.
I want to psychoanalyze you, though, for 1 second. I didn't like how I looked. So I had like a mohawk. I had all this shit that would distract you from the thing I didn't really want you to look at, my face. So I'm wondering, do you like how you look? And is your style at all informed by like, I'm going to have so much shit going on around me that like I'll be this whole package? Or do you love how you look?
Here's what I say. I'm not the most handsome man in the world, but I'm gonna tell you what beats handsome every time. Fucking character. Like, it's a fucking amazing ass, Kirk Douglas ass dimple. This shit looks like a woman's private parts. I'm telling you right fucking now. If I cut this bitch and I put my chin to that fucking little camera right there, you would hit my chin.
If you were in prison, guys would probably attack your chin.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yes, I agree with you. Your personality can get you a shitload, the way you carry yourself, the supposed confidence. I'm saying 7th, 8th grade JB looking in the mirror. Are you delighted with what you're seeing reflected back? I just personally wasn't.
Wow. No, because I'm going to be honest, man. Humor saved me. Because I'm telling you, and I got a bad memory. I got a fucking bad memory. It's like I got bullied. I had to have like 5 or 6 ways to get the fuck home because once the bullies learned my route, I had to change that shit. You say I had to go another way to get the fuck home. I have 5, 6 ways of getting my ass home.
You would have been a great taxi driver.
Oh, man. Yeah. I run that shit up because I know a way to get to your home without you even knowing that I'm overcharging your ass by taking another 10-minute route to get to your crib. So, yes, man. You find ways to replace things you lack with things that are going to enhance how you feel, how you look. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm going to be fucking honest. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't fucking wear glasses. And I know these fake ass glasses are fucking my eyesight up. I know they are, but I can't stop wearing them because I fucking love these goddamn Tom Fords. So yes, there are things that I had to learn. I used to walk, my posture was fucked up. All the things you would think of that a person of style would never have. My posture, I didn't know how to fucking walk, stand. My lower jaw would drop once in a while. If you catch me, if I let my body relax, holy shit, whole fucking jaw would drop down. Like, what the fuck is wrong with your jaw? So you learn these things watching people say, oh, I see how you do. He's leaning backward. He's holding his head up. See, my wife corrected me one time too. My wife Shaw said, you know what? Every photo you take, you're tall. For some reason, I don't know if you do this too. You're a tall guy. Do you have a reason of going down to people? Like, my God. Every time someone posts a photo of me online that I took with them, I'm going down to them. My wife said, why do you keep bending down to people? You're fucking 6'3". Stand the fuck up. It's okay that they look short. It's okay. You're tall.
Yeah. And by the way, it's all like well-intentioned and it's not the right way to go. Your wife is right. Just be you, be in the photo, and that's that. All right. How did you get a job as a writer on SNL? You started there in 2003. And I know your story. You went to Norfolk in Virginia. You studied engineering. Yeah. I know you sold fire extinguishers door to door, which is hilarious. Yeah. I know you were a perfumer. How do you end up writing on SNL?
I auditioned for my second time. The first time I auditioned, it was kind of like, you do the comic strip, you do these comic clubs, and they set up an audition. For my first time I ever went, I actually was in the same audition as Tracy Morgan. Tracy, I forgot who else was on that. There's a bunch of us on that first audition I ever did. I didn't make that one. So then in 03, 04, I ended up auditioning again. Now this time, I made it all the way to NBC Test. It was myself, Finesse Mitchell, and Kenan Thompson remaining. It was the 3 of us.
Wow.
You got Lorne and all the writers in the stands.
Really quick, 03, Seth is there, Tina's there.
Tina's there,
Wow.
everybody. Oh man, what a great
Oh.
group of writers. And
Woo.
the cast was amazing. Really an amazing place to be. And then I auditioned, left New York, came back to LA, and then I got a phone call. I think Lauren called me. And he said, JB, we like you a lot. Unfortunately, we ended up going with Finesse and Keenan. I said, oh, okay, it's all good. I said, those are my guys. See, that's the one thing about me is, man, you got to truly believe in what you do in order for opportunities to pass, because you know that you're going to get another at bat, and you're just waiting to hit the right pitch. And sometimes that is not the pitch. And I tell people all the time, I tell young people the same thing. Wait for your pitch.
It's so hard, though.
Don't swing at everything because you look silly swinging at everything. And when you take everything, you tarnish what you have built because you're taking everything and you're taking the wrong things. And if you're not going to put 200% into that thing, it's not going to be worth it. So what I did was, when he called me and said he ended up going with them, and then he said, would you like to come in as a writer? And me, not having any writing experience, I'm a straight stand-up. I said, you know what? This would look great on my resume. That's all I thought about was future.
Dude, the pedigree of having written on SNL, you're going to work. You'll work.
Fuck yeah. Now you can get in and see the inner workings of this.
Mm.
So I got in there. Man, I'm going to tell you something. I had 4 jobs when I worked at SNL. I was a writer. I did warm-up for 2 seasons. I was in monologues all the time, sketches here and there. And then Conan was still at NBC. So Conan was a few stories down doing his show. And he found out I'm upstairs writing. He said, oh shit, JB's upstairs? I get a phone call to come down. I must have done Conan on camera as a writer on SNL. I must have done Conan 11 times.
Yeah.
He would call Lauren's office and say, can we borrow JB? And Lauren would call my office, my room. Conan needs you downstairs. You're going to do a sketch. Go down there and do a sketch and come back upstairs. Oh, cool. I go
back upstairs.
Come back upstairs.
That's where you work.
And finish writing. I said, okay, go. I mean, that's exciting. You know, to be able to go downstairs and get on camera when you're sitting behind a computer as an actor, comedian. Shit.
I very much remember you in those sketches. They were very memorable, and you stood out. Yeah, it's like Conan recognized Bob Villa was 2 stories up. There's like, oh, we got a leak. Get Bob Villa down here. He's just sitting up there.
So for me, it made sense on so many levels. Now, this is how all this works. Me and Conan became good friends from doing sketches on his show. And then after I left SNL, I ended up being on his show. Shit, I must have done as a guest on his show another goddamn 10 times. And then I ended up getting a podcast through Conan. So I say that because you plant these seeds and you don't even know you're planting.
We got to talk about Curb because,
yes,
first of all, you're so fucking amazing on that show. I mean, my God, you're so great. What is it like to be on a show for 14 years?
Well, you count years. If you count seasons, I came in season 6. It is now season 11.
But 2007 till 21.
2007 to 21. It's the years. Now, Larry did take 5 years off. So that's got to be a little asterisk next to that shit. Like, it was my favorite show before I even got on the show.
Yeah.
And I go back again to plant these goddamn seeds. The first thing I ever did when I started doing stand-up was I took an improv class at the old Improv Comedy Club in New York on 44th and 9th. I took a class there. Marty Friedman was my teacher. Now, Marty Friedman was from SCTV. I used to fucking love SCTV. Funniest sketch shit ever, right? Ended up taking his class for that summer. Right after my class was over, that club closed down for good. It was a wrap on it. So I took that little improv seed, put that in my little toolbox. And then years later, I loved Curb. I was working at SNL. I didn't get renewed my 4th season. And next thing you know, I'm on the show that I love. I told my wife, I said, I would love to be on this show one day. And my wife told me, you're going to be on that show one day because I can see you and Larry together. I see it vividly. You say crazy stuff. This show is crazy. You know how great you guys would be together?
It's the perfect odd couple. I have a theory, though. It's exactly what we've been talking about, which is You and I and Monica feel very compelled to do the right thing, what is expected of us. And you do it better than I do it, and Monica does it probably better than I do it, but whatever. Larry is wish fulfillment. He's like, what if I got to just tell the person on the cruise ship, why don't you suck a dick? I'm eating. How about this as a plan? You suck a dick and I'll continue eating. Like, that's what your id wants to do. And so Larry is so fun to watch because he's virtually moving through the world like that.
It's the greatest thing ever.
And I bet it's fun for you to be on the show where you get to you get to act the way that you would never let yourself act in real life.
You never do this shit in real life, man. My character gives Larry good, bad advice. Meaning, it shit sounds logical, but it's not.
Yeah. Your character, I've known many people like your character, which is you can have the gift of verbiage without being smart. It's weird. Like there are dudes who have got a great vocabulary and they can spin yarns. But if you really listen to what they're saying, you're like, what the fuck did he just say? That's the worst idea I ever heard. And that's what your character is. Like you can put it together rapid fire. You've got the words for it. It's only later where you're like, well, that didn't add up to anything.
And it's like improvising it's so in the moment. It's like you're in this place and sometimes the words just come to you. Once you know your character, you will only say what your character would say.
I was just going to say, I have a couple characters like Frito from Idiocracy. This sounds so lofty, but it's the fucking truth. He knows things I don't know. Like if I start talking in that voice, he knows words I don't use. He knows like, isn't that the most fun? It's so fun.
It's so fun, man, traveling in that dude's car. And just like, people ask me all the time about the Leon character, and I say, I only say stuff that Leon would say.
And you can almost probably, JB can observe Leon talking, right? Like when I used to do Frito a lot, I'd be like, oh my God, what's he fucking saying?
Yeah, right.
Like I really felt that way.
Yes.
It's got to be so fun to hear yourself be Leon and go like, oh goodness, wow, that's.
I think I could interview him. I think I could interview this dude because, of course, we have some cadence here and there. Of course, I have a certain delivery. But you take that character, and that character has his own unique voice, his own thoughts. You say shit that only he would say. And it works. It works, man.
And you could almost not sit down and write it.
Yeah. Right.
Isn't that wild? Like, I can't really necessarily write that, but yeah, it's wild.
You can speak in his voice, candidly in his voice, and shit will come to you. Like it's nothing because you're actually tapping into that character. And you can say shit all day.
For me, that's how it started is my best friend Aaron and I have a bunch of shared characters, and we would just live in those voices for like 8 hours a day.
I'm trying to think how long I could do Leon straight. One time we did this scene where I was telling Larry, because he was dating my sister in season 1. And what happened was she ended up getting sick, right? And they couldn't have sex no more. So I was giving Larry dap because I know how hard it must be for you to stare at my sister and knowing you can't tap that shit no more. You are gold to me. My sister's sick, Larry. She's fucking sick, you know? You can't have sex with her no more. And Larry's face keeps changing. Like he's realizing that he got to break up with her because he can't have sex with her no more. You know what I mean? And I must have did 15 minutes straight of praising him, saying they're going to put a fucking statue of him in the center of the city. You're going to be dry dick man. You know, because it was just silly. But you can do that in your character because your character has no rules. He has no chill button.
Yeah, he never has to pay the bill.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Man. Liberating. It's like the thing Larry does.
See, I got a rule. I got rules when I work with Larry. One thing is, I make sure I give Larry something he didn't know about Leon. Because what that does is that creates more forks in the road. He doesn't have an origin. You don't know where the fuck he came from. All you know is he shows up season 6, his sister's there, and he made himself at home and didn't fucking leave. That's all you know about him. But if I keep giving Larry little tidbits of information for where I came from, I'm bringing him to life, which in turn creates more segues, more forks in the road, more branches to him that you can use at another time. That's why I do a lot of quotable lines that I can always pull up again. From getting that ass. One time I was in New Orleans shooting a film. My wife had flew out to New Orleans, right? So we went to a restaurant. I'm helping her in the car. Somebody did a drive-by and said, "Get in that ass, Larry!" And they fucking drove. I look up, I said, "Who the fuck said that?" They drove by and just said, "Get in that ass, Larry." So quotable stuff like that is able to be recycled because you have gotten this stink on the character that's him.
Yeah. And dudes like your character do have like 12 go-tos and you hear them nonstop. It's not like that's not grounded.
Right. You're grounded in the character.
Now, Monica was on the show this year, and I've never been more jealous.
I had 2 lines. I don't know if it got cut out or it didn't, but yeah, I got to be on it. It was crazy. Thank you.
Isn't it so unique?
Oh, yes.
Oh, and see, when you do lines, you get one time to do it, it's kind of gone. You don't get the same energy behind it. You don't get the same punch behind it.
Yeah.
When you say some shit for the first time, ooh, if I get him on his heels, he's laughing, sometimes I change it. One time he got mad at me because he thought he figured it out, right? He stopped laughing the next 2 takes. I said, oh, okay. He thinks he's figured this shit out. So I thought of a new line. Let me tell you something, man. I almost made snot come out his nose. That's how fucking funny this shit was. And then the producers got mad at him because he's fucking the takes up. And he said, he changed it. He changed it.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
We are supported by Walden University. You know that feeling when you've been thinking about making a move, going after the degree, the promotion, the thing you keep telling yourself you'll get to someday? Walden University is built for that moment. For over 50 years, Walden has helped working professionals get the W, the knowledge, the skills, and the confidence to create real change in their careers and communities. Their programs are designed around your life, not the other way around. With tempo learning available in select programs, there are no rigid schedules or set weekly deadlines. You move at your own pace. And Walden's faculty aren't just academics. They're practitioners who bring real-world experience into everything they teach. From your first class to career coaching and beyond, Walden is your partner the whole way. Take the first step and learn at a pace that works for you. Visit waldenu.edu. Walden University. Set a course for change. Certified to operate by Chev. This episode is brought to you by the new Max original comedy series, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. From the world and creators of The Big Bang Theory comes a new comedy series. Stuart Bloom, comic book store owner and lovable underdog, accidentally breaks a device built by Sheldon and Leonard and kicks off a full-blown multiverse Armageddon. Now, he's on a mission to put reality back together alongside his girlfriend Denise, a geologist named Bert, and physicist Barry Kripke. Along the way, they're running into alternate universe versions of characters you already know and love. Check out the new Max original comedy series, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe, now streaming exclusively on HBO Max with new episodes Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Subscription required. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place.
Let's talk bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, but it does not have to be that way.
With SoFi high-yield checking and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit.
No account or overdraft fees, which feels rare these days. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, perfect for getting ahead of a bill or grabbing what you need right when you need it.
Plus, get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/armchair. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply. This episode is brought to you by ServiceNow. Look, I have my dream job. I get to talk to folks I admire like crazy and ask them virtually any question that I want to. I can't imagine a better way to spend my time. But even dream jobs have some not so dreamy parts, the stuff that gets in the way of the actual work. Now, that's where ServiceNow's AI specialists come in. They don't just tell you what you should do about your busy work. They actually do it, start to finish. Cases closed, requests handled, no extra work for you. So you and your team can focus on what matters most, which for me is, are they obsessed with male bodies on the same level as I am?
They never are.
To learn how to put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com.
I got to ask you a question. I know you're not allowed to answer, but I'm going to see if you can skate around it. Is he a grouchy motherfucker? Like, is he a guy that you just respect so much that you're allowed to, like, you can be around him and you just have ultimate patience for the fact that he is a grumpy motherfucker?
Ooh. You know what? There's two Larrys. There's TV Larry, and then there's real Larry. Now, TV Larry has some shit with him. And then real Larry got some shit with him. But it's two different shits. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. Of course, he turns it up for TV. But Larry is so genuine. He's so Larry. You know what's kind of remind me of? When I worked at SNL. And people would talk about how they're intimidated by Lauren. Now, when I first got there, I think I was a little bit. Because you've been at SNL. You know how those long-ass hallways, when you go down to the studio level, this fucking hallway goes like the end of that shit, like the Matrix.
It's like a block because the building takes up a whole block.
One time, this is the most uncomfortable shit. When you turn that corner, right, and you hit down a hallway, the next elevator is all the way a block away. So one time, Lauren turned the corner to come down the hallway. Now look.
That's a long walk looking at each other. Yeah.
Towards somebody. It's too long. Holy shit. It's like, you're walking, they're walking. You're walking, they're walking. You're walking, they're walking. You're like, holy shit. And you know what I did? I ain't gonna lie, man. I fucking abandoned ship. I just like, I knew that at the halfway point, it was a fucking bathroom. So I made a hard ass left into that goddamn bathroom at the halfway point. I just waved and cut into the bathroom and shit. Yo, I didn't give a fuck if it was a ladies' room or a men's room. I didn't give a fuck. I couldn't do it.
It's too much.
But after a while, I got real comfortable. I could talk to him about shit. He knew Marty Friedman, my improv guy.
I'm going to guess that he liked you a bunch because someone who knew him super duper well said to me, you know, he's really attracted to people who are just comfortable in their own skin. I thought that was an interesting observation. And you obviously are like the apex of feeling comfortable in your own skin.
You know what I say? I use this term all the time. And this is the perfect term to use, whether it's out loud or in your head. But I learned to show my ass. You know what that means?
No.
Showing your ass means this. You go in that motherfucker and you take over. You drive until they tell you, let me drive. Until they tell you, slow the fuck down. You come in here, you come in high, and then allow them to pull you back. You know exactly how to pull back. What you don't know is when they tell you, can you turn it up? You don't know how to turn it up. No one does. You know how to turn it down a little bit. You know how to lower your voice, your attitude. You know how to turn it down a little bit. So that's kind of been my formula. I'm consistently showing my ass because it's easy to show your ass and them tell you, pull your pants up a little bit. Motherfucker says,
you know how to pull your pants up a little bit.
But if someone said, pull your pants down a little bit.
Yeah, you're like all the way? Yeah.
To your ankles.
Yeah. You look like a 6-year-old peeing at the urinal.
Right. They say, whoa. Not to your ankles. I didn't mean to your ankles.
I want it cracked.
Damn. To me, that's the only way to move in your life because you have a gauge to play with. And now you're presenting a brand that is uniquely yours. And you get those, like we talked about, you get those fucking swings, man. You get additional swings because you got a bunch of pitchers who want to throw that ball to you.
Okay, I got 2 quick questions before we talk about May I Elaborate. One is just like a personal curiosity, which is I love your Comedians in Cars. I rewatched it again today. Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Seinfeld. Now, well, we were just talking about comfortable in your own skin. Generally, I'm probably overly confident in my own skin. 2 times have I like short-circuited. One was talking to Snoop Dogg long ago, and just mid-conversation, I'm like, I've never been so aware of how fucking white I sound, and it's starting to drive me crazy. I thought I sounded like that white guy in an 80s black guy routine, like, Snoop Dogg, on your third album. And I was just like, I can't even be in this conversation. I feel like a fucking honky. Okay, that was one time. And then the second time was with Seinfeld, just because I can usually unplug from the status, like I can usually trick my brain into going like, oh, this is a dude. I couldn't be unaware of the huge comedy status. And I just wasn't really myself when I communicated with him. And I was just wondering, was that stressful for you to be on that Comedians in Cars?
No. As open as that interview was, Jerry is very, what's the word?
He's a counterpuncher, I noticed. Like, you'll say something, and his kind of comedy is to be contrary to what you just said.
Yes. Here's how I go when I'm talking to people like Jerry Seinfeld or Larry or whoever, people who I love and respect. I watch their eyebrows. I look them in the eyebrows. Because the eyebrows control certain emotions. The eyebrows.
I look them in the eyebrows. That's
Look them in the eyebrows.
Son, when you meet a man, look him straight in the eyebrows.
Yeah, no. When you're trying to sell something, when you're trying to sell yourself, when you're trying to sell an idea, you look the person in their eyebrows because that shows interest. That shows like, get the fuck out of here. That bullshit. My eyebrows can move a ton of ways. And the eyebrows tell everything.
That's the window into the soul for you.
Ooh, I promise you, you're going to remember me saying this shit, right?
I'm gonna.
You're going to talk to someone and you're going to look them in the eyebrows and you're going to say, oh shit, JB's right. This dude can give a fuck about what I'm saying to him right now.
Stop. The next book you write has to be titled Look 'em in the Eyebrows. It's so ridiculous.
Yo, I always say that. I'm telling you right now.
I believe you. The eyebrows never lie.
When they both go to fuck up, yeah, that means, ooh, okay, I see what you're doing here.
I agree with you. Like, you play jazz, and if you go in there and try to play classical with him, you're going to suck. You don't know how to play classical. And when I met him, I have a different rhythm and cadence as well than he does. But I think I was so deferential. I was like, oh, I'm going to try to play opera with him. And I don't know how to.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. So here's what you got to do. You got to play your own instrument. You got to play an instrument he's never heard before.
Yeah. And trust that there's like no disrespect for doing your shit.
Exactly. Stand-up comedians, we could meet another stand-up comedian that we've never met in our life. And somehow it'll feel as though we've known each other forever because we love the give and take. But I didn't meet Jerry until after I did the Curb season where we had the Seinfeld season. And then he invited me to do the Marriage Ref. I met him backstage, but that was the only 2 times I ever met Jerry.
I'm just going to mention this. You're in the new Spider-Man coming out, which is fucking awesome. I hope you get to do 6 of those. Or did they kill you?
No.
Oh, good.
I got my foot in both universes.
I know, DC and Marvel. You bet on red and black.
Fuck yeah, I did. I got my foot in both universes right now. The Harley Quinn stuff, I got another voice I haven't even talked about. I'm not even going to talk about it yet, but I got another voice I just did on another animated show. And that shit announces, that's fun too. But that Spider-Man stuff is great, man.
Yeah.
And another seed. This started with me doing a commercial with Tom Holland for Audi. He was promoting Spider-Man Homecoming, and we hit it off. We had a great time talking. And then less than a year later, I'm doing the fucking movie. So you plant that little seed. You know what Tom was? He was that fucking dude in first class who talked to me all the way to fucking New York.
On a much less impressive level, you and I were in a music video together. We spent the whole day together.
Yes, we did,
And I'm
man.
like, I love this dude.
Man, little do you know, you one of my dudes. And we haven't even hung out like that. But I fucking love you. I've always fucking loved you. And every time I see something about you, I'm like, man, me and this dude should hang out because, look, he got a Lincoln. I got a fucking Lincoln. We're fucking both tall, long, and lean and shit. We both got some kind of character in our fucking faces. All this shit makes sense.
It does. It totally does. Okay, let's talk about May I Elaborate? Daily Wisdom from JB Smoove.
Yes, this is fun. Last season of Curb, what I did was I did something called Leon's Guided Meditation to promote Curb.
Yeah.
That's season 10. And fun shit to do. Me just taking 3 to 5 minutes, just giving some Zen shit in my character. And I did 3 of them. This is something that I feel like I do all the time anyway, is just say these weird metaphors and playing around. So then I did Conan again, just promoting stuff. And then he ended up calling me back and people saying, hey, would JB consider doing a podcast segment on the show? And I said, yeah, I'd be cool. The idea was, because I did it in that interview, I was giving Conan advice and doing these positive affirmations. And I always do it with him all the time. Every appearance on his show, I find something about him and I pull it out of him.
Yeah.
And this time they said, you know, how about this idea you doing these positive affirmations and you taking them and you over-explain them in your way. I said, oh shit, I do that all goddamn day. So that's what it is. We take these positive affirmation calendars and you know, these things are like shit, 365 pages of shit, of just fucking quotes.
Yeah.
And I take those, I'll do like 1 or 2 bullet points, but the rest, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say. Which it gives me a perfect playground to just improvise and have fun within these positive affirmations. Because people, they read them, but sometimes they don't get them. It is literally easily 70% off the top of my head. And then my good friend Miles, who's my writing partner, Miles is my co-host. And what we do is he takes everything I say, because no, I go far left, and he'll take it and reel it in. Like I'll say, climb in someone's window because you're giving them something. And he'll say, nah, I wouldn't do that. And he'll just counter me with real shit that you ain't supposed to do. So it's kind of like that.
He's straight man in it.
He's straight man in it, man. But funny. Yeah. So it works perfectly. And it's a daily show. It's dailies, 5 days a week. And I always say, it's 5 days a week. I give people the weekend to fuck up. And then I unfuck them up on Monday.
And how long are they?
Like 10 to 15 minutes long.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Like if you're on your way to work and you want to giggle on your way in, your little commute,
you want to giggle and you want clarity on something. And a lot of these quotes are amazing. They are deep thoughts, man.
You probably accidentally stumble into some profound shit, not intentionally.
Oh, man, you'd be surprised. And we end up taking those things that I said, and those will be the title for that episode, you know?
Yeah. Well, listen, JB, you're radical. Again, I love when you're on Stern. I wish you were on like once a month over there. Such a great interview. You were great here today. I want everyone to check out May I Elaborate? Daily Wisdom from JB Smoove. Sounds like a comedy the daily.
Yes, man.
So if your jam is to laugh on the way to work instead of get depressed, check out May I Elaborate?
While you on a ride to work, let me take you on another ride. We're riding 2 cars at the same time.
All right, man. Well, good luck with everything. I adore you. So fun to get to chat with you.
I love you, man. Let's pull those stinking Lincolns out sometime. Take a ride up the coast, man.
I'm with it.
You've seen mine before, right? I showed you mine, right?
Of course.
Ooh, I love them. That's my era, man. See?
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Put that seat back and ride, man. Ride. Put a nice crisp white shirt on. Get a cigar and a fucking hat. And ride up PCH, man. You gotta put a white shirt on. You gotta put a white dress shirt on.
I gotta eventize better, yeah. I just get in the car, but I should have an outfit.
A Sunday drive. Sunday drive look, you know?
Yeah. As if I'm coming home from church, even though I didn't go.
Yeah, you put your stereo right.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Y'all be good.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
With the Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One, you earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. And you get big purchasing power, so your business can spend more and earn more.
Living your best life means being extra where it counts and skipping the extra where you don't need it. Like in your cleaning products. That's where 7th Generation comes in. Their bio-based cleaning power delivers a powerful clean with nothing extra in the bottle. Need a dish soap that cuts through the tough grease? A detergent that tackles the worst stains and odors? Seventh Generation handles it all without any dyes or artificial fragrances. Real clean doesn't have to come with a long list of add-ons. Upgrade to a powerful clean without anything extra. Look for Seventh Generation dish soap and laundry detergent wherever you shop for your cleaning products.
With the Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One, you earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. And you get big purchasing power, so your business can spend more and earn more. Stephen, Brandon, and Bruno, the business owners of SandCloud, reinvested their 2% cash back to help build the company's retail presence. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus. Terms apply.
And now my favorite part of the show, the fact check with my soulmate, Monica Padman. After 8 years of friendship, we just discovered something new about one another.
What?
We both have the same ham habits. We're eating a croissant with ham and cheese, and we both acknowledge we really love it when it's thinly sliced,
That's right.
but stacked sky high.
So much of it,
Ooh.
but it has to be thin.
Thin, paper thin. It's really crazy how ham can be delicious when it's paper thin. And so when you get a big chunk of ham. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want a half-inch thick
I'm not
slice of ham.
not to throw any
Ham under the bus?
ham under the bus.
Ham shade?
But like honey baked isn't my fave because of that. Like the taste is good. I'm just not so into like a thicker.
I've always wanted to get one of those industrial slicers. They're so scary. I mostly fell in love with them over at Arby's when I was a kid. I'd watch them shave that ham and the roast beef.
That's a
beast.
thin.
That's a very thin. That roast beast is paper thin.
Yeah.
I
You know who
love it.
else makes the very best, thinnest ham?
Who?
Jersey Mike's.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
JM.
I get the ham sandwich there and I get extra meat.
So do I.
So it's a ton of ham, very thinly.
They'll give you 2.5, 3 inches of meat piled up sometimes. You get the right person making that sandwich.
Yeah.
That's sub, sorry.
Sure.
It's not a sandwich, it's a sub.
It's a sub, yeah. Subway sandwich.
It's a Subway sandwich by
Yeah.
Jersey Mike's.
This is our last fact check, not exclusively at Spotify. Not to say anything will be any different whatsoever.
I can't imagine.
Except maybe I'll get like even more exclusive.
Oh.
Like in more limited a dish.
More inside scoop, more tasty.
Yeah, like secret tips. and
Yeah,
stuff.
only
Hacks.
safe for the Spotify feed.
Wow.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
You know, I got panicked because my chef,
Your personal chef.
Allison Roman, God, I wish she made all my meals.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
Don't you think an inherent problem in that is that could you appreciate them if you were getting them every meal?
Yeah, because she cooks different stuff.
That's true. I drink about 600 Diet Cokes every day, and each one I crack open does taste as good as any one I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of feel that with matcha.
Yeah.
Like, it's still delish.
Fuck yeah, I'm with you.
Mm.
Well, this is a product-heavy episode. We've just been pushing product from the intro now into the fact check.
You're right.
Mercedes, makers of fine automobiles.
Sure are. So she does these home movies every Tuesday. That's why I get these recipes. She posts videos every Tuesday
Yeah.
of her making an awesome dish. And on the last one, she said like the season was over and I panicked.
Oh.
So I was like, what does that mean? I have to wait months before I'm going to get new recipes every week. And I was panicking. And I didn't know what to do. And I almost like had to DM her and tell her like, you can't do that to me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're coming back next week.
Oh, okay, so total false alarm.
Yeah,
Why did
yeah,
she
yeah.
even say that?
Well,
Who knows?
I don't know. She has her reasons.
Well, since this is our last fact check before the move, I wouldn't mind doing a little light housekeeping.
Oh, let's.
One is we'll have a lot of different sponsors as we go over there.
Yeah.
And we've just had so many great sponsors over the last
Yes.
3.5 years, and I'm so grateful for them all.
Me too.
We've been so kindly supported by so many great companies, and I'm grateful for that. Also, David Raphael, who is the one who has always brought those great partnerships to us.
And Nina.
And Nina, I'm so grateful for both of them. And also Billy, who we don't talk about, one of our editors. I just want
Yeah.
to say that Billy is a tremendous editor, and we're very, very grateful to have him. He'll stay with us over at Spotify.
That's
but
right.
I just
Again,
felt like
nothing's changing.
while we were acknowledging unsung heroes, I thought we should talk about Billy
That's
a little
nice.
bit. Yeah. And of course, Wobby Wob.
Of course, of course, of course.
And Laura. The whole
Everyone.
gang.
Go ahead and keep listing people.
Just random names. Huh? Bill, Mike, Pete, Gail, Sarah. I got that off my chest.
Great. What else? What else has been going on? Well, I mean, you had a big week.
We all had a big week. We shot 10 episodes of a new game show called Family Game Fight, Chris and I, and it was super fun and absolutely bonkers. I
Yeah.
mean, work-wise.
You guys had the craziest stuff happen to you.
In 20 years of being employed in show business, this has got to be tied for one of the hardest weeks I've ever had.
Wow.
Because we were shooting till 1 a.m. There were moments where we got buckets of iced water dumped on our head
That's right.
at the hour 17 marker of working.
That's asking a lot.
Yeah. And then, with any new show, you're figuring out all these things as you go. So there's all these on the fly adjustments. It's crazy. It's an energy output
Yeah.
like none other.
Yeah, you guys did great. It's going to be a really fun show, and everyone should check it out. It's coming out in summer.
August 11th. And we finished last night at 11 p.m.
Mhm.
And now here we are
And now here
to
we
our
are.
real job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well shout this out too. Reminder that Monica and Jess applications are up. They're probably going to close pretty soon.
How many applications do you have so far?
I don't know. I've been staying out of it on purpose so I don't get in my head.
Okay.
But last week, Rob did say, like, oh, we have 250.
Of course. Everyone wants to date you.
No.
For people who don't know this, we talk about it sometimes. I have about 6 friends who text me pretty regularly just to update me on how in love they are with
One friend.
you. No.
Two. Okay, two.
No.
Who else? You have secrets over there?
Someone with a verified account. Some doctor last night when I got home, I was scrolling through SochMead. Some verified doctor was like, please DM me so we can talk about getting Monica the right man, clearly himself.
Oh, no. Probably not.
Yes.
Wait, it wasn't Vivek.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because, he tried to set me
I
up.
know.
Oh, so cute.
With a fellow Indian, right?
Uh-huh. But he didn't live in LA.
Mm.
So just if you're in LA proper, preferably on the east side.
Preferably on the east side.
And if you're
Preferably on the 4900 block of Franklin Avenue.
apply. It's going to be a really fun journey. Somebody was asking me the other day, like, do you have episodes kind of like laid out? And we do. And they're
Yeah.
going to be really, really fun, I think. So if you want to date Jess or I, please apply. Or if you know someone who you think would be great, encourage them to apply. It's going to be fun.
Can I ask you potentially dicey question?
Sure.
Okay.
You always will.
Well, no. Sometimes if you tell me you're not in the mood for a
Oh,
dicey
that's
question,
true.
I would
Thank
be
you.
happy to
Yes.
not ask.
You can.
Can you think of a criteria, like a critical mass, where you would believe a ton of people are in love with you? I think thousands and thousands of people like you.
Well, what do we mean like?
They like you. So you and I have debated this before. I could see your point if you were playing a doctor on television and that's how people knew you. Because you could go, they don't even know who I am. They like this character.
Mhm.
Anyone who likes you from the show knows exactly who you are.
Yeah, I agree.
They like you.
But they like me. That doesn't mean they're in love with me. I mean, I like a ton of people on podcasts and stuff. That doesn't mean I'm in love with them.
I'm saying the way you felt about Matt and Ben, people feel about
no,
you.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. But
Well, what would it take? I'm trying to back you into, I guess it's kind of like the money thing, right?
Okay.
Where you go like, I would feel safe if I had X amount of money.
oh,
If you don't decide what that is, how do you know that you've arrived?
the thing is, I don't need a city full of people to be in love with me.
Right.
I just need one person to be in love with me that I'm in love with.
Yes.
So I don't have this thing of like, well, I guess I do a little bit have like, I want everyone to love me.
we all do.
But yeah, I think that's just human.
Yeah.
I don't think I have, especially when it comes to like being in love, I don't have a thing where I'm like, I want
You don't get infatuated with people you meet in real life very often, right?
Almost never. Yeah.
right.
That's part of the issue.
Yeah, just professors and
Yeah. Oh my God. If Eric Covington applied,
holy shit.
he doesn't live in LA, I don't think.
He'd move here for you.
Somebody did ask, like, can you move? Can it be out of state? If they're willing to move.
I said that in the intro. I said, no bullshit. I'll move here. That's too much pressure.
This is opening a big can of worms.
Oh, good. We love worms.
So on the game show, one of the stylists, and he's gay, he was talking about him going on a couple dates with a guy, and they were liking each other. It was going well. And then the person came out to him as trans.
Mm-hmm.
And he, struggled because he's very woke and he wants everyone to be who they are. But he was like, but I like penises.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel bad, but this is this all gets so complicated.
Yeah. I don't think you can feel bad about what you don't like.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair. Like, I don't like pickled herring. I don't feel bad about it.
But then it gets into like, I would feel bad if someone was like, I just do not like Indian girls ever.
Oh.
If they just blanketly.
But when black girls aren't attracted to white guys, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean.
You're not picking what you're attracted to.
It feels worse when, again, it feels worse when it's like the marginalized group is the one that you're deciding you don't like as a whole because there's something tied into it of like, oh, that's other. It's tricky. I mean, I totally agree with you. Like I said, no, you can't feel bad about that, especially in a sexual relationship.
You
genitals,
can't fake it.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be you can't intellectualize that. I don't think you can apply a moral position to what's going to get you sexually attracted to someone.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
It was just an interesting conversation, and I could feel like he felt really guilty, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I see all the layers here.
Yeah, there's so many layers. I mean, you can feel bummed that you're not attracted to someone who you get along great with.
Yeah.
But you don't need the weight of morality or transphobia or homophobia or any of these things. Like I'm not homophobic because I'm not attracted to dudes.
Right. Exactly.
That's just not true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. That happens to me all the time in cis heterosexual dynamic. Like I'm not attracted to plenty of people I get along great with.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just an interesting conversation.
That is. There was some exchange. I don't know where I consumed this, but there was a trans woman who was calling men not attracted to her transphobic. And then I was happy to see another trans woman came out and said, that's basically the same thing as the straight guys who told lesbians, bullshit, you're attracted to men. You just haven't had the right one or something. Like, no.
Right.
No one gets to tell anyone what they're attracted to.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
you can't say one person should be open and the other person.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Anyway, apply to Monica Nick of Voice.
Anywho.
Season 2. Okay, JB.
Yeah.
JB's
the Smoove one.
I don't have very many facts.
Okay.
In fact, I only have one.
Oh. Does it make you nervous when you say JB Smoove? It makes me nervous.
Because
the same way 50 Cent can be
right.
Dicey.
Well, yeah, that's for 50 Cent, I say 50 Cent.
But he calls himself 50 Cent.
Of course.
So I'm trying to call him what he calls himself.
But I'm just going by spelling.
Yeah, but it does sound like but like his name's really smooth, but you're trying to be super down. So
I know.
Like
well, that's what it sounds like, but it's spelled smooth.
It is with a V.
Yeah, so I feel okay.
But it does give me a little shot of panic.
I know. You know what I liked? You know what? Something that happened on the game show? I was watching up in the room.
Control room?
Yep. And there was a scenario. There was a game where you had to write words.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to give too much detail.
You had to describe rope, and you got to use one word to do it. And 5 people.
Are we allowed to say this?
I think so.
Okay.
One word clue to help someone arrive at the word rope.
Yeah.
So someone wrote, God, do you remember any of the other
I
ones?
don't. Maybe climb or,
Yeah.
And-
And I wrote noose.
Yeah.
And that, in fact, was the one that the person that guessed, who did guess rope correctly, they said that was the one that got him there.
Yes. But what I'm going to applaud you for, or not even not applaud you, but just as soon as you wrote it and you said it,
Yeah.
you said, I don't know. This
Yeah, this
feels
is
a little
problematic. Yeah.
And I think that is something maybe you wouldn't have done a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, I often say this, which is I've got to step over 3 or 4 first thoughts before I get to the thing that I want to be known for. Like my kid screams in the kitchen. My first thought is, fuck, I got to get up. That's literally my first thought.
Yeah.
B, my next thought is like, I know this is going to be nothing.
Yeah.
Right? And then my third thought is like, go comfort your child, and I go do it.
Yeah.
But and by the way, 99% of the time, I'm right. I get there and it's horse shit. Yeah. So yeah, my personal position is we cannot pretend there's not a word. Noose, it's a real item.
Yeah.
It is a word, unless they're going to rename noose to another word. But still, it is an item on planet Earth that sometimes needs to be called by its name.
Right.
Those are my thoughts. But I can do something that might mitigate someone's sadness, even though I don't agree.
Yeah.
In which case I did.
Yeah.
I re-recorded it and said lasso.
I guess when I was watching and it was happening, you had an instinct, which was actually, I don't know.
Right.
And even though you have this like intellectual philosophy, which I agree with, I think you emotionally there is something changing a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think maybe part of it has to do with these people we're talking to and all of these stories you're hearing. And I don't know. It's
not worth it. You know, it's one of those situations. It's a popular saying in AA. I'm sure it's a saying everywhere, which is like, would you rather be happy or right?
Yeah.
And basically, I could have died on that hill, and I could have refused to go say another clue, and I probably could have got my way.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have felt happy about it.
Yeah. I just thought it was
Well,
good.
thank you. Another thing happened. Did you see the other thing that happened?
Which one?
The category was like Wild West, and you had to say as many words as quickly as possible. So people are saying words really quick at this point. Someone said Indians.
Oh.
Which, by the way, I could mount an argument for, which is when you're talking about the Wild West, it was cowboys and Indians.
Yeah.
It's no, big riddle why someone thought
Of course.
that.
You're speaking so fast. It's like no one has time to think.
Yeah, it's lucky that those were the worst things that came out actually in a whole week. But it ended. Everyone got to use those clues and everything. And then just as soon as it ended, I said, "Hey, while we're here, maybe we'll just get him saying Native Americans. It's so easy." And that guy was like, "Good call." The guy who said it, he was like, "Good call." Everyone was like, "Good call." I was like, "Oh, good. This is easy."
Yeah, I just feel like it's slowly moving into, instead of defensiveness, like, oh yeah, all right. Like I didn't mean anything by it, but sure, if that's gonna make someone feel a little better, why not?
Yeah, I gotta say, man, I the one that I'm evolving on, and who knows if it's in the right direction. And I'm very hesitant to bring this up because I absolutely idolize the guy, as I think we both do, Jonathan Haidt.
Yeah.
I'm reading Coddling of the American Mind, and intellectually, the points are bulletproof. He is so smart, and what is at risk, in his opinion, is true. The integrity of the university system, challenging beliefs.
Totally.
All those things, they're very valid. But I do also have this other voice now in my head that says, you're upset with their moral panic, but you are caught in a moral panic as well.
Exactly.
It is not probably the onslaught that they feel like it is.
I know.
You're going through these examples and it's like fringe. I mean, really, mind you, there are horrific examples.
Yes,
of that.
yes.
Evergreen. There's all these really bad examples. There's no question. But how many are there?
Mm-hmm.
Is there 20?
Think about how many college classes happen every day in this
How
country.
many million kids are getting educated a year in the university system? And is it really a problem? I guess I kind of am having that evolution.
I said that at the beginning,
Yeah.
and And I like that you're thinking that way because I agree.
It's just interesting. Like I'm listening to it just in a much different way than say when we interviewed him and he was telling it and it was candy to my point of view. And now I'm just listening to it going like, yeah, man, I wouldn't dare. I don't have the skill set to argue with him, but I'm having this broader voice in my head that just goes, this isn't really a crisis.
Yeah.
And what's being gained far outweighs these pretty isolated events. And those people look fucking idiotic. Like when those clips break, like even those people that were involved in those cases, even now they're probably 29.
Yeah.
They feel fucking stupid. About the
Probably.
thing.
And they also were young kids with big emotions and
Yeah.
trying to, change the tide. And that's all part of it too,
Yeah. There is definitely a bunch of fucking wackos out there,
Yeah.
but it is not consensus.
I agree.
It's the fringe left. It's the fringe right.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think we need to panic about it.
Yeah. The other thing is that's like what I find to be a little counterintuitive is this idea that like, well, microaggressions are silly, like of the Jonathan Haidt philosophy is microaggressions aren't real and intention's everything and this, that, and the other. While we are also in this like very intense emotional learning.
Spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
draw your feelings, color the. I'm like, well, you can't tell them to do that and then also tell these other people they can't be upset.
Yeah, I think the fear that people must have. I'm a third of the way through processing these thoughts that I have on it. So I'll regret some of these, but I will say, I try to imagine what's in the mind of the people that are afraid, and I guess people are probably afraid that we're going to get so sensitive and weak that we actually can't function.
Yeah,
and that's a
get
legit
it.
like concern.
Yeah.
But then another part of me is going like, no, in fact, this trip on planet Earth is way fucking harder than anyone's ever acknowledged. And it's out of fear of appearing weak that we are afraid to talk about what we are all going through. And one only look at the metrics to grade how well we're doing with all this.
Yeah.
Well, we're hugely obese as a country.
Exactly.
We have the highest rate of heart disease. We have the
Depression.
highest rate of liver disease. We have the highest rate of cancer, alcoholism, drug addiction, opioid crisis. Like, guess what? We're already failing. So if you think we're going to get so fragile that we're not going to be able to function, we're not functioning already.
Yeah.
So
we might as well try this.
We might as well try this. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. It's for me, I often have a lot of knee-jerky moments where I'm like, get over yourself,
Yeah.
dude. You can get through that. But at the same time, like I've, for the last 3 weeks, have been in a fucking like crazy cycle of getting triggered and completely out of control. And I had to go to a hotel for 2 days last week. And I had to. Like,
Yeah.
it was and I'm sitting there going like, no, this is real as fuck. Like as goofy as it sounds and as weak as I appear to be right now, it is so real. If I stay in this other
Your
situation,
feeling of being out of
totally
control.
out of control and knowing
Panic.
myself well enough to know that when I get to that point, I get very dangerous, whether it's towards other people or to myself. So I know that that's real for me.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine I'm alone or that I'm not.
No,
you
it's
know?
it's everyone. I mean, at least you have the tools to know that it's happening and know that you have to find a solution that's not dangerous.
And just starting to at 46 in 17 years in AA and
Yeah.
therapy. So I just think we should at least experiment with trying to focus what we educate people on is like understanding themselves, having tools,
Yeah.
knowing what the challenge of this ride is. Like you don't get into kindergarten and they go, look, this is a beatdown. Here's all the things you're going to experience: jealousy, fear,
Yeah.
abandonment. That'll be the primary preoccupation in your brain, not math, science, or your job.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like that'll be what you spend the majority of your life wrestling. I feel like if you clean those things up, then you could get on to the productive stuff.
And it requires some coddling, like that type of emotional learning.
Yeah.
Which I do agree, I think is really helpful. I mean, even like with your kids, they already have emotional skills that are advanced, like we would have had at that age.
No.
Because we're focusing on that a little more, but they are way more emotional in general.
Yeah.
And
But they moved through it.
Exactly.
And I didn't. I like ignored it, and then it came out on the playground, and it came out here, and it came out there.
Came out last year.
Where?
Relapse.
Oh, yeah, it came out last year. And then also, one other thing, again, I cannot say enough praise for Jonathan Haidt's brain. I'm fascinated. I
agree.
mean, literally, of all these mega intellects we have either listened to on other people's podcasts or had on ours, he is just among, for me, the very pinnacle of like, I can't believe someone's as smart as that person. But also, he might be more well-adjusted. And he might have had a less traumatic childhood. And it might be harder he might be looking at all this, quote, coddling and the weakness and the vulnerability, much like non-addicts always looked at addicts. Like, just don't do it, duh.
Yeah.
Have some fucking willpower, duh. You know, like, he might not have any relationship with a lot of the stuff.
Well, and that's because Kristen's reading it too, and she was kind of talking through some of the stuff recently, and I was like, I mean, and again, not to necessarily take it here, but like, and none of this stuff means he didn't have trauma, because because everyone does, but a well-to-do white straight man is telling other people, a lot of people who aren't straight white men, that they need to get over stuff, and it's like, you don't really get to say that. Like, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what a microaggression actually feels like.
True. Yeah.
So, sure, it sounds so silly.
Well, again, terrible naming by the left. Again,
Microaggression.
like you call it micro, it means minuscule.
There's a part of me that's, but you don't know what it feels like when somebody makes a small comment that triggers all this immediate old stuff.
Again, on top of whatever normal making the sausage of life stuff you're already going through. You were late to work because you couldn't hail a cab and this, and this. You arrive, as many of us do, frazzled on the tipping point, and then someone says, you know, where are you from?
Yeah.
You're like, fuck you, not on top of everything else.
I don't have the energy for this.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anywho.
Okay, JB.
Tons of respect. Tons.
But we're able to have these conversations.
Respectful disagreement. I don't even, I don't even know where I'm at. I just know that I'm not reading it. It's a fucking brilliantly written book. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting that tasty sensation I usually get when people articulate how I feel about something.
Yeah.
You know, you get that tingle of like, oh man, I wish I could have said that way. That's what I know internally.
Yeah.
And I'm just not having that the way I would have a few years ago.
Changes.
Okay.
So the fact I have is hardscape. He said that word and you said something like,
you're rich if you know that word. Yeah.
And hardscape refers to hard landscape materials in the built environment structures that are incorporated into a landscape.
Yeah, I learned this term like 2 years ago.
I didn't know
when we had enough money
to build a house.
To build a house in a yard, and actually, like, you know, in my life growing up, you built a yard by rolling sod. I sodded my mom's whole yard.
Yeah.
There was no grand design of hardscapes and fucking flow and all this shit. We put sod down.
So hardscape has to do with the lawn?
Well, it has to do with like whatever concrete or stone you're going to have interspersed with the natural landscape, right? Like if you've got like a brick retaining wall, that would be a hardscape. Any of the non-organic.
I read it and I still didn't get it. So it's still for outside.
Well, you're going to know it when you finish your house. You're rich enough to now.
Oh my goodness. And then this is not a fact, but I have thought about look him in the eyebrows.
Oh, it's so good.
60 times since we interviewed him.
Yeah. That made the cut. You know, sometimes after we interview somebody, I'm brushing my teeth at night and then I bore Kristen with one of these things. And that was, I tried to roll the whole thing out and just how amazing it was, how serious and sincere he was.
He really,
about it. Yeah.
that's how he goes through life.
That's where it's at.
He looks him in the eyebrows.
Yeah. This window to the soul is the eyebrows for him.
I love it. Anyway,
Love
that's
you.
all. I love you. We'll see you guys on Thursday at Spotify.
For Barack Obama's.
Oh my God. Can't wait.
We are supported by Allstate. Checking Allstate first could save you hundreds on car insurance. Not checking your gas gauge before hitting the road? You genuinely thought you could make it? You were wrong. That's a very long stretch of highway where you learned exactly how far fumes can take you. And it's not far enough. Yeah, checking first is an excellent plan. So check Allstate first for an auto quote. It could save you hundreds. And for fast, reliable help when you need it, add an Allstate roadside plan today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary. Insurance and roadside assistance plans are subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Insurance provided by Allstate North American Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois. Roadside assistance plans provided by Allstate Motor Club, Incorporated, an Allstate affiliate.